This is Eagle Owl, and today I'll be talking about Saquon Barkley. He's ready to play. Also, Darius Slay is ready to prove people wrong. And lastly, the NFC East, yeah, they did their job. But let's get straight into it. All right, man, so let's hop straight into it. The NFC East, man, did the Eagles no favors. I mean, none at all. All three teams won: the Commanders, the Cowboys, the Giants. And Commanders, they were okay. I mean, the score say something different. I mean, if the Browns had any type of offense, they could have made it a game. I don't think Jaden Daniels looked that good. I mean, his completion percentage was like 56 ish. He did make some big throws in the game, but overall, the Commanders' defense made the Browns' offense look like shit, like how I've been looking all year. So Commanders did their job. I mean, the Giants was the biggest surprise, to be honest. They beat the Seahawks. Seahawks is a playoff team, a contending team, but Giants fought, won all three phases of football: special teams, offense, and defense. Everybody did their job. Giants looked like a complete team, and the Cowboys. Steelers did everything to lose that game. I mean, Dak was throwing picks. He didn't look that good. But that did come through at the end of the game, came up clutch to win the game, and Cowboys handled their business. But overall, to me, the best team, if you ask me who looked the best on Sunday, it was the Giants. The Giants overall, because I could say, yeah, the Commanders looked like they had the best defense, or even Cowboys looked like they had the best defense. But overall, I had to give it to the Giants. Giants definitely look good. And I honestly don't care about stuff when that happens, like when all the divisions teams win, et cetera, et cetera. Especially in the beginning of the season, because the Eagles, we got to handle our food. We got a 4 game stretch, very winnable games with a healthy Eagles team. But those guys again did their jobs. We get to play them twice a year, so we can handle our food. And again, shout out to the NFCs. All right, so let's talk about Saquon Barkley, man. Saquon Barkley posted something on Instagram, and this is what he had to say. Back at it next Sunday. So just a simple message, and then he posted some pictures of himself game day against the Saints, us winning, and then some pictures against Packers. So Saquon is ready to go. I can't wait to see him play. And hopefully the Eagles make some adjustments, because what the Eagles have to accept is that we are a running team. I know an article came out, I think like 2018, because I'm about to stop putting the blame on Nick Sirianni and Kellen Moore. Really start looking at Jeffrey Lurie and Howie Roseman, because I even remember when Doug Peterson was here and the article came out 2018, and we remember we beat the Packers that year, and it was a hard fought game. I mean, we ran the ball, barely passed it, and then it said like Jeffrey Lurie and Howard Roseman. It was something that matter was like upset the way we won the game, and they wanted this more explosive plays, and that thing keep coming up time and time and time again. This explosive plays, big plays. Like, just face the facts, man. We had the best O line in football, especially running. Like, why not use it? And then you just signed Saquon to a great deal. Run the ball to set up the big plays. But we got to accept that we are a running team. Will the Eagles accept that? I don't know. But with AJ and Devontae Smith possibly coming back, use Saquon to set up the big plays. Use the play action. Do Jalen Hurts feel comfortable under center? I don't know. I truly don't know. Again, use the play action. Use Saquon as your threat. That's why you signed him to the big money. He's a home run hitter. Then you know you got A.J. Brown's a home run hitter. And you know you got Devontae Smith that can get open at any time. And then you still got Locomotive and Dallas Goddard. So hopefully, we do the right things, make the right adjustments. That's what scares me about the offense. Like the defense, yes, it's scary because the missed tackles. Do we got the personnel to play the defense? But I know Vic Fangio will adjust, because he did adjust against the Saints. I don't really think he called a bad defense against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers like everybody else do. But the players were there. They just wasn't making the tackles. He just wasn't making the tackles. Now, can they make the tackles? Sure. But what I fear about the offense is that they stuck in their ways, and I'm afraid of Nick Sirianni decision making. Like, for example, there's just times we should just take the points. Like, we could have beat the Saints probably by double digits if we took more field goals. Just saying. Like, that's my thing about the offense. Yes, we got all the pieces, the names, but I fear of Nick Sirianni's decision making. Is he still calling plays? And can Jalen Hurts have a turnover free football game? Can he have a turnover free football game? That's my fear of the offense. But the defense, I believe, can adjust. All right, so let's talk about Darius Slay since we're talking about the defense. So Darius Slay, typical on Twitter during the bye week. I know y'all call it something else, but he was bigging up a lot of players. Like, he was talking about Patrick Surtain and this player, that player, DBs. And if you read the comments under his post is absolutely insane. But then he just made a regular statement like do time, and that was a post of I think he was talking about Patrick Surtain when he caught the pick and took it back to the house, and then Darius Slay tweeted like do time, meaning, all right, my time is coming. I'm gonna get a pick because he hear the chatter. We know that he blocked 1 million people on Twitter, so he listens, he watches everything. So he's like, yo, I see y'all saying I haven't picked since then and I ain't do this since that. I'm gonna shut y'all up and I'm gonna do my thing. So there's any game Darius Slay want to turn this around, he could do this against the Browns. Now the talking point now is, was he really that good last year? Because James Bradbury was so bad. We're like, well, Darius Slay looked decent. He looked good. But now he's being compared to Quinyon Mitchell, who's having a phenomenal year. Now we're looking at him like, okay, is he that good? Should we get somebody else a shot? And then it doesn't make it no better, the things he's doing off the field. Like the Micah Parsons podcast, not really reading the room, um, being emotional, getting in his feelings, tweeting out his career stats. Like who does that? I mean, everybody say it's our fan base, but I be seeing other people's fan bases as well. When players have a bad game, they pretty much do the same thing. But Darius Slay, man, you gotta just lay off of social media, man. Just lay off of social media and just show your play on the field. You just gotta show your play on the field, and the fans will forgive you. They definitely will. But there's just certain things I just don't think you read the room really well. No offense, I just don't. Again, the Micah Parsons podcast after a loss. Like even Saquon knew. He had an interview scheduled after the loss. I think that was against Atlanta. He had an interview and then he's like, nah, we're gonna do this another time. And when we beat the Saints, he went on, I think it was Dan Patrick's show, if I'm not mistaken. So we see that, like, we don't mind you talking to the media, doing what you have to do, get your paychecks or whatever, or collab. It's just that you got to know the timing. You got to know the timing, man. It just didn't make sense. So, Slay, hopefully, you prove a lot of people wrong. I think you can do it. It just lay off of social media. A lot of people want to see you fail, man, and give somebody else a shot. Me personally, I don't want to see that because if you succeed, my team succeed. But that's all I got for you guys today. And what do you think and how do you feel about everything? Do you think Saquon will get it going? Will the Eagles use their weapon? Hopefully. The NFC East looking like the NFC beast. Can the Eagles still take this division? Because I think it's going to be a lot more difficult than what we thought. And Darius Slay, can he turn this thing around? But this is Eagle Al. I'm out.